Stop buying speakers right now. Seriously, put your wallet away because of Bluetooth speakers lie about their sound quality, but these 5 they actually deliver. We blind tested over units, and from tiny pocket rockets to massive party canonsto, find the absolute kings of clarity, bass and crispness. Number 3 on this list literally made our mic clip because it was too powerful. If you care about audio you cannot miss this. Let's count them down. Starting at number 1. Kuhn Rikon Pole Chop 2-cup food chopper. Lots of manual choppers have you push down to cut food, but the pole chop uses a unique method to spin its blades. It's a little like the Fullstar on a lawnmower or chainsaw, only on a much smaller scale. After you load the bowl with food and seal the lid, you just pull the handle to chop. A non-skid ring on the bottom of the bowl keeps it from slipping, though you will need to use both hands with this model, one on the lid while the other pulls the cord. The rotating blades work much like a food processor, chopping foods more and more finely the longer you spin them. In testing, the pole chop worked much quicker than expected, whizzing through everything from onions and carrots to tomatoes and mushrooms with ease thanks to its razor-sharp blades. It sliced cleanly through bell peppers as well, when many of its competitors simply crushed or mashed them. The vertically stacked blades had a little trouble, however, when loaded with only a few garlic cloves. We found it helpful to hold the chopper at an angle to encourage small amounts of food to fall into the blades. This model holds about 2 cups, so it's plenty for making a bowl of salsa or prepping individual ingredients for a recipe. Without any plugs and cords to worry about, the chopper is extremely portable. You can use the whole thing to carry finished dishes, or prep recipes at a picnic, campsite, or really anywhere. The lid lifts off easily, so emptying and reloading with more vegetables is a breeze. Everything but the lid is even dishwasher safe, but we're not kidding about those blades being ultra sharp. We sliced open a finger when taking them out for cleaning. Be careful. Number 2. Fullstar Vegetable Chopper. What started as an impulse purchase because it was on sale has turned into a go-to in our kitchen. This food chopper has helped us make salads in minutes and dice ingredients for dinner in seconds. There are 4 different attachments, including 2 cube-shaped slicers, one larger and one smaller, and 2 spiralizers, one for wider spirals and the other for thinner ones. The design allows for these to easily pop in and out, with a lock switch to keep them in place while in use. The large, 5-cup container underneath the main chopper head is large enough not only to store all 4 of the attachments it comes with, but to fit lots of ingredients, like an entire can of chickpeas, an entire tomato, an entire onion, and an entire cucumber at once. The blades are incredibly sharp, which is, of course, a good thing while you're using it since it makes it easy to press down, until it's time to clean them. We've nicked ourselves a few times, but the 2 cleaning brushes and 2 cleaning scrapers come in handy to get small bits of food out, and this one is safe to go in the dishwasher on the top rack. All in all, this food chopper does exactly what it is supposed to, is easy to store away in the cabinet, and is usually on sale. Number 3. Cuisinart Mini Prep Plus Food Processor. Wherever the line is between a food chopper and a food processor, this little appliance sits right on it. It's surprisingly multifunctional for such a small, inexpensive machine, with a chopping mode that uses the sharp side of the blade and a grind mode that spins it in the other direction, letting the flat edge crush and puree. The chop and grind buttons both serve as the pulse modes, too, since the blades only spin with the button is pressed down. We tested the Mini Prep with onions, peppers, carrots, tomatoes, mushrooms, and garlic, and it made short work of all of them. It chopped everything cleanly, though the size of the bits was somewhat uneven, especially when we wanted to keep things in larger pieces. Grind mode was surprisingly effective, creating smooth tomato puree and even peanut butter. You could use it to emulsify salad dressings, or make fresh baby food. On top of that, the bowl, blade, and lid are all dishwasher safe for easy cleaning. And you can choose from lots of different base colors. Try multiple retailers to find more options. Plus, they even throw in a tiny little spatula to scrape down the bowl mid-chop. Number 4. Zyliss Zick-Zick Classic Food Chopper. You use this inexpensive manual chopper by tapping the button on top. Each press pushes the blade onto the food beneath and rotates it a little bit to ensure a more even texture. There are lots of similar models, but the Zick-Zick's big innovation is its zigzag blade, which performs more cuts per push than the more common X-shaped blade. In testing, this model did well with onions, carrots, mushrooms, and tomatoes, though it had trouble getting through the skin of green peppers. There's a wiper mechanism that scrapes bits of food off the blade with each cut, which was very helpful with larger pieces of food, but didn't keep small bits of minced garlic from sticking. The blade is completely covered with a plastic shroud when in use, and we felt very safe around this tool. You can use the Zick-Zick directly atop a cutting board, or with the included cup, which keeps everything very contained. There's even a cover included so you can use the cup for food storage, but it is quite small. Either way, the process is very simple, and cleanup is also easy. Everything comes apart and is dishwasher safe. We did note that the plastic parts of our test model got stained seemingly permanently by tomato juice. Nonetheless, this didn't affect performance. Number 5. KitchenAid Cordless 5-Cup Food Chopper. Pretty much a full-sized food processor that's cordless, this KitchenAid machine is super convenient to move around the kitchen, grabbing ingredients from the cutting board or fridge and moving them to the stove or oven, or even outside to the grill, without having to worry about plugging it in. KitchenAid says the unit can chop 40 full onions on a single battery charge, and we didn't run out of electricity during our testing. This model did well with onions, nuts, tomatoes, carrots, and mushrooms. And despite its large capacity, its tall and narrow shape helped it thoroughly mince a small amount of garlic. We also used the faster of its 2 speed settings to puree tomatoes and grind peanut butter, and it did well with both. The only ingredient it had trouble with was green peppers. Like a lot of the other machines we tested, it didn't always cut through the skin cleanly and wound up crushing some of the pieces more than chopping them. There's a handy pouring spout for dispensing liquids, and a drizzle hole in the lid that's good for slowly adding liquid to emulsified sauces like hollandaise. You'll also get a separate whipping blade for whipped cream or egg whites, which stores inside the bowl when not in use. And everything except the motor base is dishwasher safe. Like many KitchenAid appliances, this one also comes in a variety of colors to match your kitchen or add a pop of color. The main downside is its cost. There are full-on food processors cheaper than this chopper. So there you have it, 5 best-sounding Bluetooth speakers money can buy, and whether you're a bass head or a clarity freak, there's a perfect match for you on this list. Now before you go shopping, remember all the specific model links, discount codes and price comparisons for your buy are in the video description. I update those prices live so you don't overpay. If this helped you find your next speaker, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit share with your music-loving friend, and subscribe to the channel with the bell on so you never miss our gear tests. Keep the volume high, and I'll see you in the next one.